Hello everyone, thank you with Kune Physiology and more. And this is actually going to be, I'm doing something a little bit different this week. This is day 8 of 100 ways to push yourself because honestly, I didn't realize it was going to be that difficult to come up with 100 ways. Me and my kids got busy doing other things yesterday and I just kind of decided this. So let's find some different ways to push ourselves. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do though this week, and we'll get back to that. All right, so I'm going to basically the next couple days, few days, whatever it takes to get to 100 because the video is titled 100 Ways to Push Yourself. So whatever it takes to get to 100, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop at that point and then can continue on another, just touch base on a quick subject, something that I can talk in detail in just a few days. So that's how I'm going to do it this week. So here's the thing. All right, over the weekend, hopefully all of you were proactive. If not, there's way number one. Be proactive about things. Whether you want to do something or not, you got to push yourself to be proactive about that and get out there and get things done. So a lot of you are asking, how do we be proactive? Okay, number 2 way to push yourself. Get out there and do it. Okay, don't think about it. Just literally get up. Don't sit down when you get off work. Don't sit down when you get home. Do something around the house, whatever it is. Just take a few minutes and get out there and let's do it. Okay. Another way to push yourself is I'm really freaking tired. If you're getting a couple hours of sleep, honestly, best thing you can do is do something to wake yourself up. So I did some training this morning. Didn't do a whole lot. I have some things I got to take care of before work. But here's the thing. Guess what? I did some push-ups as well afterwards. Things like that. I'm gonna push myself again. So when you're tired, the best thing you can do is exercise. It gets the blood flow moving, things like that. Like just doing this right now. Honestly, I feel myself waking up, and hopefully everyone else does too. Okay, so there you go. There's number 3 way to push yourself. Okay, it's all about a mindset. We got to push ourselves sometimes to create a positive mindset in our minds. When something negative happens in your life, the first thing you're going to want to think is negative. So number 3 way to push yourself is going to be fight the negativity. How do we do that? Put positive in your head. The more negative, the less allows for positive. The more positive, the less allowed for negative. So we got to keep these things wrapped around our mind because so many things in life are about a mindset. Another way, as far as mindset, pushing yourself. Okay, when you get those voices come in your head when they say you can't do something or they want to continue to be negative, here's what's going to happen. If you continue the negative, you continue to think negative thoughts, that's all that's going to continue to happen. Those negative thoughts are going to turn into more negative things. When people say it rains, it pours, it only pours because you allow it to. If you allow the negative thoughts in your head, you are going to allow it to pour. Okay, so there's number 4. Now, the other ways to push yourself, once again, inflexibility is variability. Vary your training, vary your flexibility exercises, mobility exercises, stretching, whatever it may be. You got to vary it. Different angles, okay? So if you're just doing standard lunges like this to actually stretch, or what they call a runner's lunge, which is we're down like this, okay? And you find, okay, it's pretty effective. I get that. But here, how about change the angles? Okay, so go like this. And I briefly mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. All right, so change the angles. Instead of having your legs straight out, here we go here. And even just simply turning like this. Oh, I feel that so good. All right, of course, switch legs. There's here. Oh, I feel it so good. Okay, so there's way number 5. And vary your training sessions as far as what your stretching is and what it may be. Here's some other examples of things we can do, little things, okay? Instead of taking the escalator, take the stairs. If you're scared of that, face your fear. Hey, there's 2 and 1. There's 5 and 6. All right. The 6th one is push past your fears. The only way to get over fear is to face it. Like I said in my videos, I don't care about telling the world that my biggest fear is the cold, being frozen to death, especially frozen to death in water. I still face my fear of the cold. My kids and their mother's shower is extremely cold. When I was there yesterday, I took a shower. Their cold water, honestly, is a hell of a lot colder than I remember, but in the wintertime, it gets really cold. Okay, so that's no way to push ourselves. Push past our fears. Okay, so number 7, in your job, if you have people around you that are either annoying the shit out of you or whatever it may be, okay, you just can't stand them each and every day. That is going to cause stress if you don't either handle it or ignore it, whatever it may be, okay? Maybe they're doing something because maybe you accidentally did something and they don't want to talk about it. So push yourself past them. Here's a couple, and it's 7 and 8. Push yourself past the fact of just wanting to just freak out and everything, to be like, you know what, maybe I should talk to this person. So push yourself by stepping back and realizing, hey, maybe sometimes you just need to talk to people. And the number 8 one is going to be the simple fact of getting yourself up. The fear or whatever it may be is getting yourself up to actually go and say the right things to them. Get up and actually say something without thinking about it, okay? Number 9, your boss is in your job. You might be afraid to stand up to him, things like that, when fear of your job. But you know what? A lot of times employers respect the fact that you stand your ground. If you know they're in the wrong, and as long as you respectfully say something to them, then you can do that. Just be very, very respectful about it. And honestly, majority of the time, if they're a good boss, they will understand that you're standing your ground and having self-respect. And they're going to see that, because that's the type of management most employers want. Is somebody who is not going to let people walk all over them. Somebody's going to stand their ground. And that's number 9. And number 10, also in your job, other coworkers who are goofing off, things like that. Sometimes we got to push ourselves past our mind and think, instead of delving into that goofy offness, not that it's not okay to joke around and whatever at work. Okay, that's fine to a point. You got to take it mostly serious. But the thing about it is that we've got to stop, basically letting things like that distract us. So there it is, distraction. There's 10 for the day. Okay, we're up to 68. 78. There we go. We're getting there. So let's get out there, stay motivated, believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Let's get out there. Let's go.